This video's not made for kids, you crazy bitch-ass bastard! Come with me to the Cedrian Isle off the coast of Britain. It's about 60 miles. There's good and there's bad and there's stuff in between. With steamies and diesels, you'll see what I mean. People and parcels, works lots of fun. Watch these engines out in the snow, rain, and sun. They work real hard, they stay on track. Oh no, there's some baddies, just watch your back. Are you looking for fun? Yes, we're looking for fun. Are you being really useful? We're being really useful. Sit back and relax. It's the tales of the Northwestern Rails. It's the tales of the Northwestern Rails. Hope you enjoy. What the dickens, Tiger Moth?
Previously on the Ulfstead Railway Museum Arc.
Audrey, this is an outrage! If you learn from your previous use of being the Alpha's private engine, from now on you're going to discuss ideas with me before they're approved.
While it is strange to see a boat on rails, Bruno, you're not going to believe this, but an engine from the National Railway Museum called Living Thompson on the Festiniog Railway, there's another boat on rails called the Spooner's Boat.
What's happening to the museum?
Here, Bruno.
Is everyone okay?
That was too close for comfort.
I'm okay. Oh no! The museum!
Oh no, I better seek for help.
Barry raced away to find some help, while the other engine sat there stranded.
Thanks again for saving me and for father, everyone. And now the museum is ruined. I don't know what to do.
Man, I was really looking forward to this museum for years by the sound of it.
Yeah, poor Sir Robert.
What about poor everyone? With that landslide, you and that brake van with the crow's nest are trapped.
A landslide? A destroyed museum? And us trapped? Oh dear, what a predicament! Oh.
No, Bruno. No need to panic.
Remember, Bruno, deep breaths.
Okay. Deep breaths. Focus on what's here now.
Perfect. Let's take a moment to calm our nerves, and let's think this strategically and in order. So looks like the first thing we need to do is wait for help. That landslide below us is blocking the line, trapping us.
Wait, the landslide cleared where the center gauge tracks are, but not the narrow gauge tracks. Mary, can you go and find to get help?
Magnifique. I run down and find some help immediately.
Oh, that's perfect! Well, go for it, Millie. Not a second to spare. And Millie left Ulfstead Castle to search for help. Bertram was at Elephant Park with a passenger train when Millie puffed alongside of him.
Millie, is that you?
Bertram, we need your help. The standard gauge engines are trapped by a landslide at the castle.
Heavens above! We better tell the thing controlled then. He could send Fumba out to clear the rubble.
Barry arrived at Knapford Stations in a hurrying manner.
Sir.
All right, Barry, calm down and tell me what happened.
I was pulling a train of fireworks, and I was having trouble getting to the top when my spark set off the fireworks and caused a landslide trapping those at the castle.
Great Scott! How horrible! We must help them at once. Fetch a flatbed to pick up Darcy to clear the rubble.
As Barry fetched a flatbed, Sir Topham Hatt rapidly emerged from his office.
Hold on, Barry. Take that 2 flatbeds. I want you to pick up Thumper at the Rocky Transfer Yard to help Darcy clear the rubble too.
After picking up Darcy, Barry picked up Thumper, and the 3 made their way to Ulfstead Castle. Hold tight, my homies. We're on our way. Darcy and Thumper were unloaded from the flatbeds and got to work eradicating the rubble blocking the tracks. Marvelous. Step 1 is in motion.
Now that sounds orderly. I like it when things go in order.
You see, fellas, things are a lot better when they're organized and well thought out. We're doing one thing at a time. Make your list, and you'll do fine. It gets better when you realize things are smoother when they're organized. Getting worked up will never do. Complete step 1, and then step 2. There's no need to be a nervous wreck with the list of jobs that you can check. You must be sharp and keen.
We're not sure what you mean.
It's not a hit or miss when you mark your list. You're checking the square, you're not halfway there, you're making it through and there's so much to bear. Continuing down, you're nearly done with your list. Now that was fun. Everything's gone nice and neat. The mess is clean, the engine's free. And just like that, the list's complete. Barry, you made it!
Great job, everybody!
Well, thank you for freeing our friends, Betty.
Oh, it was nothing. Glad I can help. Wait, where's Audrey?
Wait, let me do a head count. Oh yeah, where is Audrey?
Last time we saw him, he left with the Duke and Duchess of Oxford.
Looks like he dodged a bullet there.
Barry started to get a little suspicious with Audrey's absence.
Where are you going?
To see an engine about the museum.
He took Darcy and Thumper back to their designated areas and made his way to the Vickerstown shunting yards to drop off the 2 flatbeds. It was there where the Duke and Duchess were dropped off at Vickerstown after their visit at the summer house, and where Audrey would drop off their coach. There he sat with pride in a little goods shed.
Ah, Barry. I trust your last train to Ulfstead went out with a bang.
So, that was you.
Not here. Let's stroll along the main line.
Along the mainline loop, he explained everything to Barry.
With the delusional Earl out of my way, I will be providing lectures and teaching the legacy, the lore of this island, the way the Reverend would have wanted it.
You're not going to get away with this, so everyone will know the truth.
What truth? That I assigned you to work with Percy and get him into trouble, have Skiff end up lost in the mine, trap that bipedal laundry basket and his engines in that old castle he loves so much. None of that matters. Because the truth is what I make it.
Barry stopped to get a drink of water as Audrey continued all the way down to Titmouth.
Well, I never.
Good grief, it's you!
As Audrey arrived at Titmouth, he was surprised to see Humphrey there. Both he and Percy were covered in flyers, asking for assistance and donations to help rebuild the museum. Oh, hey Audrey. Care to join our flyer advertisements?
You! But how did... How did you two break free from the landslide?
Barry will help us out. Now the question is, how do you know we were trapped?
Audrey's eyes widened and his face went pale.
Well, that's to say...
An excellent question indeed. Well, Audrey, shall we have the truth, and not what you make of it?
With a deep exhale from his nose, he decided it was high tide for the cat to be out of the bag.
Yes, sir. This was all because of me. Surely you lot must understand the pride and fame of this island's legacy is already doomed. And this year hasn't had the best start.
Everyone stared in horror at Audrey's unveiling true colors. No. You couldn't have.
Is that true?
You've really disgraced yourself, 403. I can't even say a real name.
Well, I never. While we're at the current state of the franchise is not everyone's cup of tea, to say the least, especially the technology fair, but it was something to be happy about.
Agreed. You know, if it weren't for the tech fair, we wouldn't have had Sonny. He's a nice tank engine mutual.
Exactly. Even though there were some wild events out of the ordinary, it seems like you've forgotten our railway's motto, Nil unquam simile, which means there is nothing quite like it. I thought you were better than this. I can't even think of a punishment worthy for this kind of act, for crying out loud.
You know, sir, on the subject of exposure, I think I may have just the consequence. Weeks have passed, but finally, in March, the day of the museum's new opening date has finally arrived, and everyone was looking forward to arriving at the grand opening. I can't wait to see what the museum has in store for us. Say, I never really got to ask. Exactly how did you find out about Audrey's plan?
I overheard the conversation Barry had with a couple of others back at the castle. Bertram, could you do me a favor and escort me to Crovin's Gate, please?
Oh, sure thing, sir.
Sir Topham, what a surprise! Where to?
To the Vicarstown shunting yards, please.
Rightio!
So I followed him and heard everything.
Never underestimate the Topham family. They are a very clever bloodline.
Why, hello, Percy.
Why, hello there, Barry. You look upbeat.
Oh, I am. I'm taking the Duke and Duchess to the Ulfstead Railway Museum.
Oh, that's great. But wait, whatever happened to Audrey?
Oh, don't worry. We'll see him.
With the guard's whistle, everyone made their way to Ulfstead Castle, and the grand opening was in full swing. Instead of being built near a cliffside, the museum was rebuilt to be a part of the electric loop line Elmer was running on. Ward, Manford, Stewart, and Befana were all on display within the building. And what about 403? Well, he was still part of the museum, but in the most embarrassing way possible. The outer part of his body were stripped away, exposing his tubes, boiler, and firebox, making him a visual display of how a steam engine works.
So, it was all set up?
Well, I'm glad my shift to disliking him was validated. Him not deserving to be named after the author is a huge understatement.
As the Earl Soda, by the power invested in me, I hereby declare the museum officially open!
At last, after 8 years of the project on hold, Sir Richard Robert Normanby has finally opened his museum. And he also successfully purchased Bertram from the Starlory Railway to work on the estate railway with Millie, thanks to Mr. Percival's approval. 080 stayed with the museum as well until they had to leave the following day. And everyone was happy. Well, almost everyone. Okay, I think I may have overdid it with the zoom out.